I am always amazed when I attend meetings in the Port Antonio Square, just how well attended our Labour Party meetings are. Obviously, we have our party workers and hardcore supporters here, and I want to thank you for spending the day with me on tour around the parish, particularly in eastern Portland. Thank you so much. But I have noticed that our meetings are not only attended by Laborites. Persons living in the proximity, interested persons, and PNP people are here as well. Yes, uncommitted persons are here as well. And what it tells you is that everyone feels comfortable in coming and being a part of the Jamaica Labour Party's platform, because our message is not just for Laborites. Our message is for Jamaica. We are Jamaica's party. We choose Jamaica, and Jamaica chooses us. And we have run a campaign that is nationally focused on the big issues that have affected Jamaica. And our campaign has also been about how we have performed against those national issues. And let me run through them quickly. By now you would know them because we have been campaigning on our achievements. Many of you would have our achievement book. We have cut the national debt in half. We have cut crime, murders in particular, in half. We have cut poverty in half. We have presented 10 budgets to you, and we have not asked you to pay $1 more in new taxes. In fact, we have raised the income tax threshold 3 times. We have given back taxes to you in the reverse tax credit, and we have launched the solidarity program where over 50,000 Jamaicans will get back $20,000 in their pocket. When it comes to roads and water, we have been doing a creditable job. And I know when the national performance and the national policies are taking root locally. All politics is local. Politics is local. So even though the Jamaica Labour Party has done well with the national economy, all of you here are still concerned about the issues that start in your house, move to your gate, move to your local road, move to your taxi stand and your town. The local issues. And those local issues are simple things. Roads, water, housing, some areas rural electrification, your hospital. Your government that you have elected is intensely focused on dealing with these basic issues that affect you. Today, a senior person, retired person, held my hands at my first stop, and he said to me, Prime Minister, I am so happy that finally, I believe it's the Islington Road. The Islington Road is being done under the Spark program. He said that that road has not been repaired in 50 years. It meant a lot to me personally, because sometimes when we talk about the national program, the Spark program, a $45 billion program, when you hear those numbers, it just sounds powerful. But you can't relate to it because you don't see the Spark program in your community yet. So it's so nice, but it may not connect with you yet. But this gentleman, it connected with him because he saw his road, that from him was a boy, that road was in disrepair. His road is being repaired now. In this constituency, you will have 10 such roads being repaired. But in an election, it is not just what the government has done, it is also what the government commits to do in the future. And all of you here are listening to hear what is the government committing to do in the future. So yes, elections are about promises as well. But this election is also about performance. So all of you here, you have a choice to make. Are you going to vote only on promise, or are you going to look at the performance of the people making the promise? The Jamaica Labour Party has the best record of performance in this country's history. And we deliver. So if you are concerned about your local road which has not been repaired in 50 years, the road that every time you drive on it, it tempts you to blaspheme and cuss bad word. If you are concerned about your roads, you want to hear what the government is planning to do about your roads. Number one, the roads in Jamaica are not centrally managed or centrally funded. So you have some roads that are parish council roads, and they are under the parish councils. But the parish council don't have no revenues to fix those roads. So those roads are likely never to be fixed. Islington, I believe, is one of those roads which is a parish council road. You have some roads that are called orphan roads. People do development, them cut up land, them put in road. Nobody take over those roads. So they're just there, they mash up. But you don't really care if it's an orphan road, if it's a parish council road, or it's an NWA road. You just want the road fixed. So what we are going to do is create a central authority to manage all the roads. We call it a one road authority. The mayor is here, and I know I feel the steer of the mayor, because I know the mayors and the councillors and rightfully so, want to maintain control over their parochial roads. This is not to take away control over the parochial roads. This is to enable proper funding, proper standards, and the development of a well-engineered maintenance schedule for all roads in Jamaica. All roads. And we have started that process in documenting all roads in Jamaica. You may be surprised, but we never know exactly how many miles of road we have in Jamaica. Step number one. Step number two now is to bring them under proper administration. And step number three is to, within the national budget, carve out a set allocation to deal with not just patching, but proper and total rehabilitation of the roads to bring them up to drivable standards and long-lasting service. So, all of you gathered here can be assured that it is not just Spark 1, but in our next term, we will also have Spark number 2, where more roads, particularly local roads, will be focused on. So right now on Spark 1, 660 roads. In the next version of Spark 2, you will have at least another 660 roads island-wide being repaired. The majority of those roads will be your local roads. The Jamaica Labour Party administration will therefore make a meaningful and tangible impact on the roads that are of concern to you. And it is not just the rehabilitation, the spending of the money to fix up the road. Every road that we fix will have a maintenance schedule that will be funded. So if a crack develops on the road, if a hole develops on the road, if there is a little breakaway, before it turns into a crater, we will have the funding to fix the road so that the road can last long and give you good service. The history of the NHT in this parish is that it has built in total about 400 houses in Portland. Anchovy, Fair Prospect, Hope Bay, Montpelier, Woodstock phases 1 and 2. And you put all of them together, it's about 400 houses. In the parish. Well, we're going to change that. We have 2 programs now for housing, which will deliver 1,395 housing solutions for the people of Portland. Pasley, which is being developed by the NHT, will have 795 housing solutions, and that will come on stream in 2027, completed. And Woodstock, with 600 housing solutions, which will come on stream in the same year. So the people of Portland can look forward to over 1,300 housing solutions coming only from the NHT. But I wanted to point out something else to you. As I was coming in on the brand new carpet, I saw a sign that said the Port Antonio bypass. And that bypass work is already underway. We have broken ground for it already. They are doing all the necessary technical work, And very soon you will start to see actual physical work being done. Why the bypass? The bypass is being built to give space to your lovely town to breathe and grow and develop. That's one. It will reduce congestion in your town. But more than that, the bypass will open up new lands that were not open before for more housing to come in your parish. You see, work start on the Boundbrook Center. You see how Boundbrook is coming together nicely. The bypass will connect to Boundbrook. Now, that is going to bring in several hundred new jobs and businesses and is really going to lift up Port Antonio. But we're not stopping there with the development of this area. Let me say this to you now, why we are focusing on St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. We are focusing on developing this area as a local economic cluster. Listen to me good now. When we took over the government in 2016, we had about 2.2 million tourists visit Jamaica. 2.2 million. You know how many tourists visit Jamaica today? About 4.4 million tourists visit Jamaica today. So we have doubled the number of visitors and literally almost doubled the number in terms of dollar spend, the revenues from tourism. But we have one particular kind of tourism product. We must develop another kind of tourism product. We are known and respected for our position in the all-inclusive tourism industry. We now must develop our brand and position in community tourism, eco-tourism, cultural tourism, and high-value tourism. And all of that can be done right here with Portland as the center of that new brand of tourism for Jamaica. What that means for you personally. I hear you talk about Navy Island. Navy Island is a critical natural asset that we have to be very careful with. We're not going to do anything with Navy Island. In fact, maybe we shouldn't do anything with Navy Island, but make it stay as it is, as a really very valuable natural asset that people can go there and be one with nature. But Portland is so naturally beautiful, along with St. Thomas and St. Mary, that the new thrust for our brand in tourism has to be centered right here. It means that there will be more investments in tourism, more jobs for you in tourism. But for those of you who have business already servicing the tourism industry, it means more business and income for you. So we're going to develop the harbor. But as we develop the harbor, we're going to build a new park. We are building parish parks all around the island. We completed one in St. James, the Harmony Park. I don't know how many of you have ever gone there and experienced the Harmony Park. Lovely. We are almost complete with the park in Portmore, the Resilience Park. And we are going to build a similar park right here in Portland for you, which will have beach access and all the amenities. And all of that is already being planned. We are going to develop the harbor. We're going to bring in cruise shipping back into Portland, into Port Antonio in a big way. I know that the Musgrave market is a concern. I've toured the market and the vendors have said to me, Prime Minister, we must pay attention and fix up this market. It is a historical market. It has historical value. And I can tell you now, having just spoken with the Minister of Local Government on the matter, the plans, the design, the architectural designs for the market is being completed and work will begin on that market very soon. The Minister told me and the MP told me that they have already started consultations and meetings with the vendors. So don't worry about your market. Your market is going to be attended to. You will have a world-class market that will complement the thrust that we will have in tourism. So those of you who have come on the tour with me tonight, those of you who are listening on the balconies, those of you who are undecided, you will now know why you should vote and what will happen when you vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. That the Jamaica Labour Party is the party of substance, the party that delivers, the party that understands how to implement, the party that can transform Jamaica from poverty to prosperity. And the transformation is happening before your very eyes. As I drove on the beautiful road coming up, the carpet, and I passed through Boston. And I used to go to Boston quite regularly. I don't eat pork, but for the chicken. I can tell you that that place has been transformed. The entire corridor is being transformed. When you pass Sansan and coming in, it is so beautiful. The entire area has been transformed. The transformation is happening. But we have to make sure that the transformation doesn't stop on the main road. The transformation must reach your gate and your house. And that is what we are doing. It's not going to happen with the snap of a finger. You see how long it took for us to get the road done? But the road is done. It is a solid and well-built road. It is going to last a long time. And that's what we are doing, my friends, my Jamaican family. The transformation is not yet complete. There is still more work for the Jamaica Labour Party to do to make sure that the transformation reach your doorstep. Let me close by saying this to you. Leaders, you can't just go pick them up at a shop. Leaders have to go through the fire. They have to be forged in fire. They have to go through the challenges. The people have to develop confidence and trust in them. When they say something is going to be done, it must have value and meaning. They must be able to withstand the difficult times. Let me tell you something. When I took over this country, with the murder rate spiraling, just before I made a statement, I said, I want Jamaicans to be able to sleep with their windows and doors open. I was ridiculed. You know why the statement was ridiculed? Because nobody believed, let me not say nobody, the critics never believed that today we could stand on a platform and say for 3 straight years we have reduced murders. In 2023 we reduced murders by 8%. In 2024 we reduced murders by 19%. And as I stand here today, murders are down 43%. We have reduced murders in half. In half. Nobody believed it. We are not yet there, but we are on the road and heading in the right direction. Let us continue on the journey in the right direction with a leader who, when he says he's going to do something, he does it because he has the competence, the capability, and the trust of the people, and more importantly, the love and passion for the people to make sure that whatever has to be done to lift the people, it will be done. God bless you, Portland. I love you, and I ask for your support to continue working in your behalf.
Labor rights. Let's hear it for Andrew Holness. Let's hear it for Andrew Holness.